So a few weeks ago, I said, can a gamer such as me, who always chooses the easy option, beat Elden Ring? A FromSoft game. The hardest games in gaming. So can I, a noob, someone who always chooses the easiest option, beat the hardest boss in gaming?
Voyage guided by compassion.
Promised Consort Radahn was a massive wall that I just kept failing at, and I wasn't even getting close. With most bosses in Elden Ring, the first few attempts I can usually tell that I can beat this boss, and I can tell how. Even with Malenia, I could tell that there was a way for me to beat her, but it would require immense concentration and very few mistakes. But with Promised Consort Radahn, I was like, I have no idea how to beat this guy. In the DLC, I struggled with very few bosses. 2 attempts on Mesmer, 1 attempt on Relana. The bosses I struggled the most with were the optional ones, the Frenzied Flame guy and the 3-faced flower boss. I have a theory that FromSoft experiments with optional bosses, so that's why those are the hardest ones, well, except from Promised Consort Radahn. I was going to record all my failed attempts, like I did with the Khalid Radahn fight, but the day I sat down to try and beat him, I don't know after how many attempts, I came to the realization that I wasn't going to beat him that day, so I ended the recording and then took a little break from the game. I found a guide on how to beat him before I went to bed, set everything up to follow the guide, but even with everything set up in accordance with the guide, and even with my spirit summons, it was still insanely difficult. Especially the second phase, and especially the grab attack that makes me a little bit nervous to stay too close to him for too long. So I took another break. Then I went back in and things went a little bit better. Then I was like, okay, let's try and record this attempt. I want to use it in my Right Wing Rabbithole video, and it was kind of a follow-up to the Defense of the Easiest Difficulty video. In some of my attempts before I recorded, I was getting very close. A few times I got him so low that one hit could have finished him off, and then I beat him in that attempt. Or rather, my mimic jumped in like a madman, slapping him out of the air while I was healing up and trying to avoid taking too much damage from his beam attack. So thank you, Mimiteer, you're the real MVP.